You want it? No problem. My mother-in-law is the kind of person who sucks the air out of a room the second she walks in. Linda lives out on Long Island and almost never leaves it, except once, when she drove 40 minutes into Connecticut for a lamp at some auction. She hasn't driven out to see her own grandkids in 5 years, but a lamp gets her behind the wheel every single time. My wife Julie and I bought her uncle's old cabin upstate 2 summers ago. 17 acres, a beat-up but solid cabin, 2 sheds full of tools, and 2 old Ford tractors parked out back. The listing said, all contents convey. Her uncle didn't want any of it. He told us straight up, take it or leave it. He wasn't hauling farm equipment back to his apartment in Bay Ridge. 2 weeks after we closed, Linda called Julie, said the tools were hers, said one of the tractors, the busted one that doesn't even run, was hers too, left to her by a brother who'd passed. She wanted all of it back. We told her she should have come and gotten it before closing. Nobody stopped her. We even offered to sell the tractor for her and hand over every dollar, since we were tearing that shed down to put up a garage. She said no, she wasn't ready to part with it. Then she started threatening to sue us, over a dead tractor and a shop vac. Julie was a wreck about it, chewing her nails every time the phone buzzed. I told her not to worry, I'd handle it. The next time we were up at the cabin, I rolled the tractor out of the shed and stacked everything Linda claimed was hers into a wooden crate, about 4 feet square, 3 feet tall. Chainsaws, a shop vac, random tools she wouldn't know the name of if you put them in her hand. Julie asked what I was doing. I told her I was putting her mom's stuff together. She shrugged and said it could just sit outside for all she cared. I said don't worry about it, I've got a plan. That night, once the house went quiet, I hitched up the trailer, winched the dead tractor on in the dark, moving slow so the chain wouldn't clank and wake anyone, loaded the crate on a dolly and strapped it down. Then I hit the road for Long Island, 2.5 hours away, windows cracked, radio low, coffee going cold in the cup holder. I backed into Linda's driveway at 2 in the morning without waking a soul on the block. Years of backing up boat trailers finally paid off. I laid an old sweater under the jack to kill the noise, rolled the ramps down, and eased the tractor off next to her car. Then I slid the crate off the trailer, 300 pounds if it was an ounce, and left it sitting right beside the tractor. I made sure to take my dolly home with me so there'd be no easy way for her to move any of it by herself. 15 minutes, maybe 20, and I was back on the road, grinning the whole way home like I'd gotten away with something, because I had. Julie called around 6 asking where I'd gone. I told her I ran out for bagels, which ended up being true. I stopped on the way, still too wired to feel tired. Linda didn't notice until almost 10 that morning. It was cold out, so nobody had bothered opening the curtains yet. When she finally looked out her window and saw a dead tractor and a giant wooden crate sitting in her driveway, she called Julie's phone 11 times back to back. Julie looked at her buzzing screen like it might bite her. I told her to just pick up. She put it on speaker. Linda was already mid-scream before Julie even said hello. I leaned over, calm as anything, and said, "You wanted your tractor? You got it." Then I hung up. Linda called back 9 more times. Nobody answered. Then came the text, "I'm calling the police." About an hour later, my phone rang with a Long Island area code. An officer, polite, a little tired sounding, told me a woman was reporting someone had dumped property on her lawn overnight. I told him it was her own property. She'd been demanding it back for weeks and threatening to sue us over it, so we'd simply returned it. He asked her if she had any kind of storage agreement or delivery arrangement with us. She didn't. He asked if she had any proof who left it there. She didn't have that either. I could hear him in the background, muffled, telling her there wasn't much he could do unless she wanted to file a trespassing complaint, which she'd need evidence for. She had none. He thanked me for my time, sounding like a man who badly wanted his shift to end, and hung up. Linda didn't speak to either of us again for 6 months. Every family group chat, every holiday photo, completely silent. Julie says it was the most peaceful 6 months of her life.